So actually 10 years ago, in 2008, it came out that a very close family friend who we kind of saw as my godfather had been molesting young girls. And it was a shock to us. And my sister came forward and said that she was one of the girls that it had been happening to. And it just flipped our entire world upside down. It was just... My parents just launched into attack mode. I think everyone grows up and says the greatest people in the world are their parents. And I really believe that. They didn't care how dark it was, and they didn't care if they were missing work, or they didn't care if people didn't believe us. The only things they cared about were Paige and I, and they just never stopped fighting for it. My dad is the most eloquent, most giving, most selfless person you'll ever meet. He has taught me so much just about being a good person, and everything that I am is because of who he is. And my mom is just, she is passionate times 1,000. She has fire in her belly, and she will give and give and give until she has nothing left, and then she'll find more to keep giving and giving and giving. And my sister is just, I mean, at 13 years old, to come forward with these terrible, terrible things that happened to her and do it because it's going to help other people, and then to grow and blossom and really come into who she is the way that she has, I think it's just incredible. My parents handled it so well. It is a part of my life, but it's not a part of my life that I'm ashamed of. It's not a part of my life that I'm scared to think about. I think it just makes any accomplishment I have so much sweeter because we went through this really dark time, and because I know I have my parents there and my sister there to champion for me and support me. Just their personalities already, I would love them, but for what we went through and the way that they handled it with such grace and strength and beauty and faith and resilience, I think, when I think of hero, that's what I think of.
I wrote this, I think in high school. It's called Surviving Evil. I didn't know it at the time, but I experienced the cruel part of life at a young age. My abuse started when I was 5, maybe younger, and lasted until I was around 10 years old. I was too young to fully understand what was happening to me, so it didn't affect me right away. It wouldn't be until I was older and more mature that I realized how the abuse affected me. I felt embarrassed and vulnerable knowing that everyone knew a personal secret about me. Whether the abuse happened 5 years ago or 5 weeks ago, you are standing up for yourself. What was done to you was not your fault, and it was wrong. We live in such a breathtakingly beautiful world, and yet evil gets to share it with us, making our view of life foggy and skewed. I see the world differently now. It's so easy to be pulled in by the negativity and self-pity, even when we have this beautiful and promising future ahead of us. I don't allow my abuse to define me. I let it empower me. It empowers me by never letting me forget how much strength, courage, and fearlessness I attain. As ugly as the situation is, you will look back on it and see how much of a stronger person it made you, but only if you allow it to. There's so much more to life than letting your abuser still abuse you by hating life. Don't let him have that gratification. You have the control that your abuser craved when he chose to abuse you. Never doubt the voice you have, and never doubt the amazing strength you acquire.